Hello, excited utterance here. My name's Hella, and I'm here with some 100% unqualified law commentary. But I have been following the Idaho 4 case from the beginning, and I've been following some really well qualified lawyers as well who have been following the Idaho 4 case again from the beginning. One thing I really like to do on my channel too is I like to look at what the people are saying. So I've been following and reporting on the public opinion on the Idaho 4 case and on Brian Kohberger's guilt or innocence. What I've noticed recently is public opinion has been swaying quite significantly. It seems like people are starting to see what Ann Taylor that's been saying all along, and that is she can't get the information that she needs from the state turned over. Now, this is really critical information. It's called discovery. So it's documents that the state has. And by law, she is allowed to have it. The defense is allowed to have it. The Kohberger needs to have it in order to construct his case to defend himself against these charges. Remember, he's innocent until proven guilty. And this is a death penalty case. It's a very, very big deal. Imagine, guys, even if you are fairly well convinced that Brian Kohberger is the guilty man, imagine if he's not. Just imagine for a moment if he's not, and the wrong man is convicted. It's a very big deal. It's the death penalty case, remember. Okay, so some new documents have just dropped. And let's have a bit of a look at them, shall we? So this was on the 7th of June, so just recently, and this is State of Idaho plaintiff versus Brian C. Kohberger. And if I just scroll all the way to the end, you'll see this is by John C. Judge, which is the judge in this case. So he is the man that is putting forth this document, and he's saying that based on May 30, 2024 hearing, which was just recently, that was almost a full day hearing, the sealed order for disclosure of IgG information, so that's the genealogy information, the DNA, basically, information and protection order is amended as follows. Defense counsel Ann Taylor, Jay Lodgson, and Alyssa Matheson, defendant Brian Kohberger, IgG defense experts Leah Larkin, Bika Barlow, and Stephen Mercer, and defense investigators may view IgG materials provided by the state. This is cool. This means finally they may view the IgG materials from the state. Wow, amazing, finally. How long's it been, guys? It seems like it's been 20 years. Any further dissemination of the materials or the information contained within the materials must first be approved by the court after a showing by the defense as to why such individual needs the information for the preparation of the defense. Okay, so any further dissemination, so beyond the people that have already been listed. Okay, cool, no problem. Additionally, no individual on the family tree who was not previously known to the defense via the defense's own investigation may be contacted by the defense or any agent of the defense without prior authorization from the court. Okay, so there's a list of people already that they have. I'm sure they're all under seal. Everything's been under seal so far. Fine. I'm sure that like some distant cousin of Brian Kohberger's doesn't want to just be named and contacted and all that kind of thing. So that's okay. Unless they are authorized by the court after a showing as to why such contact is necessary and material to the preparation of the defense. Okay, let's keep going. The defense's mitigation expert. Okay, so we'll talk about this word mitigation. And this is just from me watching some death penalty cases and knowing what the word mitigation means. And it's a bit sad, but if Brian Kohberger is found guilty of these crimes, the terrible crimes, it's a death penalty case. And if he's found guilty, then what happens right after that is that he is put through this next phase, which is the penalty phase. And so the jury has to decide what the penalty will be, and the penalty could be death. And then there is this thing called mitigation. So uh, simultaneously, the defense counsel is working on this thing called mitigation, and mitigation is basically working out whether or not the defendant has mitigating factors as to why they should not be put to death. So the defense's mitigation expert, who has created her own family tree and who does not have access to any of the IGG information, may continue her mitigation investigation, including contacting defendants' immediate family members and other related individuals. So ordered on the 7th day of June, 2024. Judge John C. Judge. Okay, so finally, they get to see this stuff. So let's see what they get to see. I wonder if we're going to get to see what they get to see. Something tells me no. Moving right along. Now we have the second document, and this one was a couple of days later. It is on the 10th of the 6th. So State of Idaho versus Brian C. Kohberger. To the defendant, Brian C. Kohberger, and counsel Ann Taylor, comes now the State of Idaho by and through Latah County prosecuting attorney and submits the attached Exhibit 1. Oh, wow, we have an exhibit. Exhibit 1. Seems like Exhibit 1, wow. Seems like so long ago that Exhibit 1 could exist. But let's see what's in it. Exhibit 1, in response to defendant's fifth motion to compel discovery, filed April 15th, 2024. The state incorporates the following responses as fully set forth at this point. State's response to request discovery, filed on January 23, 2023. Okay. State's response to defendant's first supplemental request for discovery, filed February 21st, 2023. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but that just seems like a really, really long time ago. What's taken so long, guys? Okay, so state's response. Okay, so basically, what we're doing here is we're going in chronological order from longest ago to most recent, and everything in Exhibit 1 that they are coming forth with is listed out. So the state incorporates the following responses as part of Exhibit 1, and they're all listed out here. The state incorporates the following responses as fully set forth at this point. This one, state's response to request for discovery. This one, state's response to defendant's first supplement request for discovery. And then we keep going. And there's all of this. Look at all this stuff. State's response to defendant's second supplemental request for discovery, March 29, 2023. State's response to defendant's third supplemental request for discovery, May 12, 2023. Look how many requests there's been over this time. May 12, 2023. Defendant's first, second, and third supplemental request for discovery, June 8th, 2023. Okay, so anyone who thinks that there has been just nothing happening and that the defense has just been stalling, buying time, and this waiver of the speedy trial by Brian Kohberger was just to put off the trial. Look at this. Look at all this. They've been asking all along. The defense has been asking all along for all of this information, one after the other, and not receiving it. The defense has been absolutely pulling teeth here for 18 months. 18 months, guys. Oh, here we go. There's more. There's more. There's more. Okay, there's no point reading all these out. So the most recent one here, there we go, defendant's fifth motion to compel. Filed on May 28th, 2024. So that's the most recent hearing that we were watching just recently, and yeah, that was the one where Ray was there, the data expert, and he was pretty clear. He was very, very clear that if we, or if the defense does not receive that discovery, that what's there currently, what he can see currently, that's exculpatory. And he reserves the right to change his mind. If he receives more data, it's possible he could change his mind. But what he's got currently, that's exculpatory. That puts Brian Kohberger elsewhere at the time of the crime. So that's on the 10th day of June, 2024. Okay. Certificate of delivery. I hereby certify that true and correct copies of the state's third supplemental response to defendant's fifth motion to compel discovery was served on the following in the matter indicated below. Now, along with that document was two other documents. One shows that these are sealed, and the other one shows that it's going to be attached to, these will be attached to the original document pending a hearing. So I could show you those documents. They're all available, but basically that's all they are. There's going to be another hearing to discuss this. And so people keep saying, why? Why are all these hearings? Why is this all taking so long? Well, that's the way the documentation process works. Everything has to be documented. I am of the opinion at the moment that the state is hiding something, and the feds too. I feel like the FBI has just walked away from this. There is nothing of what they have provided, what they provided to the state early on when the PCA was done. They seem to be really right on board with putting Kohberger in jail and getting him in this situation, arresting somebody, because people were just baying for blood. They were trying to get somebody to take the fall for this. And then they've walked away, it seems. They're just not there. I'd love to know what everyone else thinks about this, but I have been looking, and for me, it seems that the tide's changing as far as public opinion is concerned. It used to be that every time there was any article about this, any news report, everybody in the comment sections would be all like, this is ridiculous. Let's just get this trial done. Ann Taylor, Kohberger, they're just dragging this thing out. The defense is just poking holes in it. Come on now, there's DNA. This is silly. Whereas just in the last month or two, what I've noticed is that people are saying the same kinds of things that I'm saying right now, and that is that something shady is up. And it's really similar to what I noticed happen over a period of about 6 months with the Richard Allen case. People started to get really tired of hearing the shenanigans that were going on with the Richard Allen case in Delphi. And now there's more people commenting that Richard Allen is innocent, he's been framed, than there are the opposite. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Press the like button, share, and see you next time.